Hey YouTube, I'm back in a new filming spot because the lighting is kind of good right now and this is where we're at. I just kind of wanted to give y'all a little book haul video. It's going to be some of the books, not all of the books that I got for Christmas, and then just some books I purchased recently. And I'm doing this video because your girl needs to stop buying books, and this is going to be my no new book purchases, like a temporary book buying ban. For like the first quarter of the year. Shortly after the first quarter of the year, it's my birthday, and I know I'm probably going to buy myself some books around then. And it's just like I'm out of space for books, and I have a full bookshelf right here. We're going to move this wand out of the way because I didn't realize it was in the frame. But I'm out of space for books, and I'm looking to move here shortly, so I'll probably do maybe a book unhaul video or something like that. I've been selling a lot of books recently. I just didn't think to film it. So without further ado, some of the two big books that I got for Christmas that I want to show y'all is I got the 50th anniversary edition of Lord of the Rings from my mom. And it's so beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful. I'm very, very happy I got it. It's definitely going to inspire me to maybe reread the books, and it's just so beautiful, like the details and everything, and I love it so much. So, Lord of the Rings. I also got the Barnes & Noble Deluxe Classic Edition of The Count of Monte Cristo, which is one of my favorite Alexander Dumas books. And I've been reading a lot of his stuff lately, and my mom wanted to get me a pretty book, and so she managed to get me these two, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I don't know if I'll ever read Count of Monte Cristo in this physical book because I have two other editions of it, but either way, it's beautiful and I'm excited to have it. So those are the only two of my Christmas present books I'm going to talk about today in this video because the other ones are super deep into my bookshelf and I didn't want to dig them out, so. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the books I've purchased recently, and I, again, didn't pull all of them out because required to dig stuff off the bookshelf. So these are basically the books I've bought recently at Barnes & Noble's, and I didn't, I have so many books to read that it's honestly now giving me more anxiety that I have these books that I haven't read, and I just added 15 to the stack, but we're here now. So the first thing I bought is I bought this book over Christmas break, and I started to read it, and I read it super fast, and it was super good. So the next day when I finished this, I went and bought the second two books in the Southern Reach Trilogy, Authority and Acceptance. I'm almost done with the Acceptance here at this point. So I will have read these three books, and they're the only three books I've read from this book haul so far. And they're really pretty, and I honestly love the way they look. And I obviously recommend the books. They'll be in my wrap-up this month, which will probably come out a little bit into February because my life is not together, and I'm very behind on my filming that I'm doing for fun and all that. So, super love these books. They're great. And then I also got the Nikita Gill Great Goddesses poetry collection. It's life lessons from myths and monsters. And I've heard really good things about it, and I'm excited to read it. I think it's a lot of the Greek female ladies, goddesses, figures, etc., and some poetry based on them and their life and the myths surrounding them, so super excited for that. I got Veronica Roth's The End and Other Beginnings, a short story collection. This was definitely a book that I bought because of how the cover looked, and I don't know a whole lot about it, but I will say there's some illustrations throughout the course of the book, and I believe it's a bunch of short stories that all ultimately wind up and connect to each other, so I'm very excited to read it, and I loved reading it. I read it when I was a teenager, so I'm excited to see what this is all about soon. And then I got a couple of romance books because it'd be like that sometimes, and I got them because they were pretty. So firstly, my lovely Bird of Paradise thing, I got You Had Me at Hola, because I think it's absolutely stunning, and the palm trees are just definitely, the palm fronds, I should say, are definitely just something I am super about, and I'm very excited to see. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and I don't know much about it, but I'm super excited because I love it, and it's beautiful. I also got the Honeymooners because it's also palm trees, can you tell it's the theme for me? And it's beautiful and yellow, and I've heard this is like a great book you read like on vacation. So when I go on vacation in February, I am planning on reading this, and it will be very exciting. And I'm trying to read more things that make me happy and stuff like that. Versus, I read a lot of like darker themed books, which is fine and it's good and it's escapism in its own right. But the world kind of sucks, so I want to like read about love and things like that. So very cool. From Half Price Books, let me finish the Barnes Noble first. I've been wanting to read Toni Morrison for a long time, and I don't know a whole lot about them, and I kind of want to go in blind, but I got Beloved and The Bluest Eye. I think the spines are super, super duper cool, like the way they have the stripes. And I don't know a lot about them, but I'm excited to read them when I get there. I am looking to hang out with the Literally Dead Book Club by Books and Lala, and this is their February read, which is The House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewicz. This is the like remastered full color edition, and the only thing I know about this book is that there's definitely mixed media elements and the way it's done, and I think it's a horror novel, and there's some colors and stuff, so I don't know a lot about it. I know that it's been like something I've always noticed when I go to the bookstore, and I'm really excited to see what it's all about. And then the few books that were not in my disaster of a bookshelf downstairs that I got from Half Price Books was Kurt Vonnegut's Welcome to the Monkey House. Don't know a lot about it, and I've only read one Kurt Vonnegut, but I think the way he writes is just insane and awesome, so I'm interested to read it. And I don't know a whole lot about it, but I kind of like to approach most books not knowing a lot about them. And then I read over Christmas break The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and this I got at Half Price Books. It's so pretty, but I think it's a short story. It's The Canterville Ghost, The Happy Prince, and Other Stories. It's a short story collection. Penguin, some sort of edition. I don't know anything about it, but the way Oscar Wilde wrote in Picture of Dorian Gray was beautiful, and I'm excited to explore more of his stuff. So that is the books that I've bought recently, and y'all are going to hold me accountable for not buying any books till like April. So 2 months, Casey. You can do it 2 months. So that's all I got for y'all. Tell me what books you've bought recently down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, do the things. I will see you next time.